What's going on, guys? No setup in the background today. I'm super tired. Sorry I didn't get back to the comments. It's getting pretty challenging at times, so I apologize. I don't know what's going to happen with the comments, how this will go. Eventually, I assume I'm not going to be able to keep up. I still like to try to keep up while I can. So sorry I didn't get back to anyone yet. I do like them. If I see them, I'll like them, so that's usually me. But I'll do some shout outs to whoever was in the comments section. Michael Pinky Kraus, shout out to you. Nikki MC, shout out to you. OS Jadwat, who's been with me ever since pretty much day one, I think. Shout out to you, buddy. Zoc HD, shout out to you. And Steezor, if I'm pronouncing it correct. Shout out to you as well, man. So that's it for the shout outs there. Had to get that in there. We had some solid performances in yesterday's game, mainly from Lovren and Sakho. I'll save Sakho for the end because obviously he was man of the match, but I got a special ranking for him. Mignolet I gave a 9. He was pretty good. Had one little mistake, but he was still pretty solid for us back there. Klein had the pen, so sorry, buddy. He was actually not bad up until that penalty, and the rest of the game he was iffy. So I had to give him a 6. It was kind of hard to rank him for this game, but the pen, you get a pen, it's not good, right? So Milner, I kind of wanted to give a 7, but I gave him a 6.5. He had 4 minuses and 8 positives. Like he was pretty good. Like he's always going to give you the effort. But in that spot, I was really worried how he was going to do. Thankfully, it somewhat held. So I gave him a 6.5. Hendo, well, I'll say Lovren I gave a 10. He had a whole bunch of positives, I think like 14 or something. He was sensational. Henderson, I gave a 7. You had the assist, for I think for the Coutinho goal, but it wasn't like a spectacular thing or nothing. I think he just passed the ball to him. But he had the huge minus, wide open. He did so well to run the ball in a bit, pass it to Coutinho. Coutinho passes it back. He side foots it over the net. Henderson's really garbage when it comes to putting in that banger. And I mean, that was just sitting there, right? A sitter, as they call it. But I mean, at least hit something, But you know what? Henderson was actually pretty good. I gave him a 7. I held that minus against him pretty hard, but he did get an assist, so 7 for Hendo. Not going to do any substitution markings. So Joe Allen, as I like to say in the reaction vids, and Benteke and Origi, they were good, but no markings for them. Chan was pretty solid. Got him with a ton of positives. Like, this is where the markings are kind of funny because I gave Coutinho, I'll skip to Coutinho for a second. I gave Coutinho an 8. He had the goal, but he wasn't, him and Firmino, I didn't see them having a great game. I mean, we weren't offensively really in this game too much, as we didn't really have to be. I would have liked to have been and just kind of gone for the kill right away, but after 15 minutes, we kind of died down, and United had us on the ropes a lot in that game. We were lucky, but Coutinho, man, he put in that sweet goal. I gave Coutinho an 8. But before that, I mean, he had three minuses, 5 positives, or I should say aside from that, he had those. So he was not having an epic game. He was not having a great game. He did that awesome move, though. I'm sure some of you guys saw that, where he just flew right past like 3 or 4 United guys. It was really sweet. And then I think he gave the ball to Sturridge afterwards, or to someone on his right. But that was epic. Like, Coutinho could do epic things, but I try to go by the whole game, right? And he was good. He was good, especially that goal. I don't think I would have given him an 8, but the goal was really sweet, and it was what we needed. I gave him an 8. Now, Chan, on the other hand, I gave an 8. He had, I think 13, 14 positives. I only got him for 1 minus, which was when he let Fellaini stayed on side for they had such a close chance where they had kicked the ball in. I don't know if it was a free kick or whatever it was, but it was kicked in. And Chan was supposed to be watching Fellaini. He was on him, and he wasn't watching him for that second. And Fellaini gets the ball. Nobody there. Luckily, it was already way too far for him to shoot, so he had to pass it. But that could have cost us a goal. It was really dangerous, so I had to get Chan with negative on that one. Gave him an 8. Yeah, Firmino, 6.5. Wasn't really seeing anything from him. I would have kind of given Coutinho about a 6.5 or a 7 had it not been for the goal either. You know, when they don't stand out, I'm not going to give them a 7 or an 8 just because of their name. You know, and that's sometimes why Firmino will get lower rankings for me, because he just won't stand out. And he's got to run. This is one of the things I saw him do again in this game. Just that little bit of pressing when they have the ball coming into our end, even when you're behind the play a bit, like, it makes a big difference, and he doesn't do it enough, and that's my flaw against him as well that I repeatedly see. But he wasn't bad. I mean, I gave him a 6.5, and I think that's an accurate ranking. Lallana, I gave an 8. He was pretty good. He didn't really stand out too much either, but I had so many positives for him. Like, I'll catch those things. So I had 9 positives and 2 minuses, as opposed to Firmino having 2 positives, 2 minuses, right? So, you know, big difference there. So I had to give Lallana at least an 8 because of the positives I saw. Sturridge, 6.5. You know, I mean, we weren't offensive really too much in the game. He did hit the crossbar, you know. He did hit that. I got him for 3 positives and 2 minuses. One was a small minus. You know what? I should give Sturridge a 7. He was not bad. I'm changing that. He's a 7. And on to Sakho, man. Like, 22 positives, no minuses. And he must have saved it. He saved us at least twice. But a lot of those times he challenged or did a sliding tackle to save the ball. I mean, he probably saved us like 5, 6 times, maybe more. He was so good. 22 positives. He's obviously going past 10 on this one. I don't usually bust the scales, is what I call it. I don't usually bust the scales anymore. But for this match, I'm breaking it out, man. Classic edition. And, yeah, 14. Giving him a 14. I figure it's hard to do. I mean, what do you do with 22 positives? So I kind of thought 14 made sense. And then I also thought about the math. I thought, okay, for every 3 positives past 10, I'll give you another 1. So, you know, 3 times 4 is 12. You know, from 10 to 24, right? So, or 10 to 22. So, yeah, 14 made sense. I thought he was just, I mean, really, if we didn't have Lovren and Sakho playing that way, I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but United look pretty good. Usually they're not at all. But you could see they were forced to take the chances, and that's why they looked that. In my opinion, they did really have us on the ropes quite a bit in this game. It was really alarming. To get away from that game 1-1, you know, I think we were really, I don't want to say lucky, because it was really Lovren and Sakho just holding us in there. But that could have been bad, guys. So, hey, you know what, man? Coutinho put in that goal. See you later, United. Goodbye. And now we're playing Borussia Dortmund. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I tried to look it up before, right? But yeah, so you guys are saying we're screwed, eh? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, they're a good team. I took a look at where they were in the Bundesliga. I knew they were right up there, and they're in second. So yeah, they're definitely going to be a hard team to beat. It's Klopp's old team, but you know, you can beat them. Right? We'll see what happens. Yeah, I wonder if we're playing them at Anfield first or not. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But my dad, when he said that, when I talked to him, he was like, "Oh no, don't worry." So, you know, the fact that my dad's not freaking out, it gives me a lot of hope. Because a lot of the times he's right on stuff. So, anyways, that's about it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get going. This is the end of this vid. I got to still do the reaction vid. I mean, I woke up today. It was like 3 p.m. My day was already shot. I thought it was like 9 or 10 in the morning. But no, I mean, I passed out so bad. I have a few days off. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys again so much. And that's it for this vid. Take care.